Hello, this is Pia for Metal and High Heels. I'm standing here in Essen with Sophia and Sam from Season of Ghosts, and they just fell off the stage. How was your gig?
We fell off the stage. Boom.
Yeah, we did. We jumped. It was brilliant.
It was brilliant. It was
Lots of energy.
too warm, but it was really great. I believe that this was the best crowd until now, so far, the entire tour. Like everybody was good, but today was a bit better, I think.
Yeah, there was lots of energy, and we
Yeah.
were, and
Lots of
that
people.
were like, it's just a sensation you have. It was brilliant.
And you played 2 festivals already, and now this tour.
Yeah, we headlined a festival in the UK, then we played another festival, and we started playing support with Jupiter like 3 days ago. We played in Weinheim 2 days ago, and then we played in Rotterdam last night, and today we're here. Tomorrow it's going to be London.
Are you sure?
Yes, and my mom is coming to see me. That's going to be very embarrassing. I'm saying this on camera. This is extremely embarrassing. And the last date is going to be in Paris. Yeah, on the 13th of May.
I don't know. Just get to the bus and play.
Seriously.
Wherever it takes you.
Wherever it takes you, yeah.
Is it difficult to play before an audience like this? Because you're the support act now, and it's a different scene, maybe the visual K scene.
Yeah. It's I know exactly what you mean. It's not even visual K. It's like power metal, like Japanese like power metal. That's what people are usually expecting to see. But that's also a good challenge for us because they are definitely not expecting this. They have very different expectations. So we're like, okay, let's flip the script. Let's do the best and let's see how many people we can impress tonight. So when people like right now come and tell me, yeah, I didn't have any idea about your band, but you just won me over through the show. I'm like, this is the biggest reward ever. So yeah, it's a very good challenge.
That's a big challenge, because it's beautiful going out of your comfort zone. Because when you play in a crowd that is targeted, it's beautiful. Everyone is already interacting from the beginning.
But it's easy.
It's easier. So here you don't know who you're gonna have in front of you. So you need to do the best to win their attention, if that makes sense, and get share your energy and get theirs. So you have to create a connection. That's our job as well. It's not just we're there to play music. We're there to share our life, our art through what we do, and they give us back their energy, and that's why they came to the concert, I guess.
Do you choose the songs when you know the main act is a power metal band? Do you choose different songs than you would usually do?
Not really, because we do not have like that heavier songs and then softer songs. We choose our songs based on fan requests, partly, and partly on what's has been released, because we prioritize singles and all that. But this time we asked fans to help us compile the playlist. So yeah, like a big part of the playlist was what people asked for.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
Your album A Leap of Faith just came out shortly before we recorded our podcast episode with you.
Exactly.
You can listen to that on iTunes, on your favorite podcatcher. We are almost everywhere, I think.
That was brilliant. In fact, thank you for that.
Yeah, that
For the
was a
podcast.
really nice podcast, actually.
We're
Very
very
interesting.
Yeah, thank you.
Very personal, actually.
Well, very personal, and it was one of the most interesting interviews we've ever done.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, thank you. Did you get any fans' response after you released your album? What did they say?
Yeah, we generally got a very positive response. Of course, there were a couple of people that said, yeah, I it's a bit different from the previous one, so I needed to process it a bit more. And it's like, yeah, it's not like me to release same old, the same soup served under a different thing. No, we wanted to do something different. However, we're not missing our point. We're not missing our target. And we still are who we are. And I believe it's only getting better from this point.
Yeah, you were a bit scared in the beginning because it sounded a bit different. I'm not talking about the production and the way we arranged things. And so she was a bit scared, like, wow, this is a bit different, the way it sounds. But like, in my opinion, I told them, I told her before we released the album, in my opinion, we're gonna get some people are gonna say, okay, I don't like it, you cannot do anything, you cannot please everyone.
Yeah.
And, that's art. An artist should keep evolving and creating, it's about how you your life evolves, so the way you compose changes because things are happening in your life, and that's it's not just about making a record for labels or just to sell. It's
Yeah,
about
of
also
course.
expressing yourself.
I'm never gonna make a record for a label, like to write shitty songs or fillers or crap like
Yeah,
that
it's-
to impress anyone. I would rather not have any label and do things the way I want and have a direct connection with my audience rather than be disconnected from the art because it takes all the fun out of it.
Yeah.
So despite whatever naysayers, the album did until now pretty well here in America especially, and also in Japan. It's doing very well, and I hope it keeps going up.
Yeah.
You released it via Pledge Music, or people
No.
could buy it on Pledge Music in
yes,
advance?
there was
A campaign.
a campaign,
Yeah.
exactly, on Pledge Music, and actually that was very unfortunate choice because Pledge music went to shit, so they're still
What happened?
Basically, I believe they took the money that everybody gave, and they reinvested it in their company somehow,
Yeah.
or I don't know. In my village, they call this embezzlement.
Yeah, indeed.
I don't know what happened. Anyway, it's their business what they did. But the point is that they have not paid many bands, not just us.
Yeah.
And to us, they owe like a few thousands. To others, they owe like tens of thousands,
Yeah,
and
so
that's we don't even know if we're ever going to see the money, but it's okay, we can keep smiling because today we're here. And it was a beautiful
Who cares?
concert. Yeah, really, who cares. So the album, we released it through our own label, Invictus Media.
Yeah.
We decided to go independent before, like, the previous album was released through Coronary Records, but we decided to do like 100% like independently.
Yeah, we know how to do things. We know how to-
We're pretty much independent anyway, so we said, yeah, why not? Yeah.
Going back to fan response, in our podcast we also talked about mental health, and you said that the lyrics are very personal. They are you talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Did you
Most
get
of them, yeah.
Did you get any response like, "Oh, I have been in the same situation, and your song helped me out of a very difficult situation"?
Yeah. I really do get that all the time. Like, I get like private messages from people who are telling me, sorry, I went through a stage that I wanted to kill myself, or I was cutting myself, or I was in an abusive relationship, or I was in an abusive household, and reading these lyrics resonated with me or meant something to me. And people are actually asking for advice, and sometimes it's very scary because someone might be telling you, look, I want to kill myself, and you need to be there to handle them because I know nothing about this person apart from that message. So it needs a lot of care, it's
Yeah, totally agree.
but yes, we get a lot of response concerning that, and it's good because that's ultimately the ultimate target of art, because that's how you create. That's why I create art. I don't create it for the glam and glory because there is none. I mean, I don't believe in that stuff, and whoever does, yeah, well, let them have it.
Your lyrics are nice.
Huh?
Your lyrics are nice.
Really? But you're a person that doesn't give a fuck about lyrics.
That's why my songs, with my own band, we speak about monsters.
But that's a lyric anyway.
Yeah, but
It could be metaphoric, speaking about monsters. But
He's not so complex. He's a bit more simple.
yeah.
maybe I'm wrong, but my interpretation of the song "Almost Human" is that it's a song about forgiving yourself. What was your biggest mistake?
My biggest mistake was that I always prioritize other people's needs and not mine, and I allowed. Because I had the emotional and mental capacity to understand where a person is coming from and why they're acting this way, regardless of whether I agree with them or not, or I forgive them or not. I allowed them, to tread on me, to treat me in a bad way, and I said, okay, that's the best they can understand, this person. So it's like, okay, fine, let them have it, and if I wanted to go away, I went away, but mostly, it cost me something, of course, until I went away, because I understood that, like, it's like me and myself, and that person's like, oh my God, what a disaster. So basically, I allowed myself to endure massive amounts of mental psychological abuse on many levels, like on a personal level, on a family level, on every business level, on every kind of level. And this basically drowned my self-esteem, my sense of self-worth, and it was one of the reasons I went into depression. But like a wise man once said, before you say that you have depression, make sure you're not surrounded by assholes. So probably I was surrounded by assholes, and I didn't have any.
Hey, don't look at me.
No, you are not the asshole.
Are you the wise man?
No, he's not the wise man. You know, so
Thank you.
That's a quote. That was a quote. I quoted someone.
Okay.
Don't get offended.
No, I got offended.
Don't be an offended Pokemon, please.
Okay.
Okay, please. So yeah, Almost Human is actually that, and exactly because like what you mentioned before, that many people come to me asking for help, not just fans, but you know, people I know, acquaintances, friends, and random like completely strangers. So that's why I'm saying I could save everyone but you, because I've given lots of advice and people have advanced in their lives on many ways. I mean, I don't like to boast, I keep this stuff private, but since you asked, like, I have to be honest. So I've given lots of advice, and I left myself drowning in shit like for the longest time. So that's what the chorus is talking about. Like, I could save everyone but you, which means me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did your parents and your family react when they listened to the song Listen?
Oh, they don't speak English, so that's pretty simple.
Okay.
The answer is pretty simple.
But is it a song about how you felt when you still lived with your family?
Yeah. Listen is not just about my family, but all the naysayers that I've met in my life, but usually these people are from your immediate environment, and they're usually family or close friends or basically that, like in the inner circle. And sometimes they're the people who are doing the most damage. Maybe they do not intend to do it.
It's not intentional.
Yeah, it's not intentional, but they do it anyway, and they can scar you for life.
Yeah.
So listen is like taking someone from the throat is like, now listen what I have to say. So that's what the song is about.
Okay. There are no samplers from movies on A Leap of Faith. Why that?
We decided, actually this album came after a long period of general, bad mood, depression and everything. So we said we go minimal. So that's why the album cover is...
The message, we're going to be straight to the point. That's why it doesn't have slow songs. It's just like, we throw you, everything we have, like this, and take it. This is our energy, that's us at the moment. So that's
simple, honest, short, and that's it. That's why we kept it simple. The costumes are more toned down, they're minimal. I'm wearing a hood, I'm not wearing any flamboyant, like usually I wear. So that was the general theme of the song. It's like, I'm fed up, so that's listen what I have to say. This is the leap of faith for all of us. So that's it. Yeah.
I have a bit of provoking question. There is a myth that bands split after the second album, and A Leap of Faith is your second album. Okay. So why won't that happen to you?
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah.
But I had no idea. Basically, this project was created and is mainly run. Where are you laughing?
Because I know the answer.
Is mainly run by me.
There you go.
But so I cannot split up, or maybe I can because I'm from Mars. I can. No.
You can't split up.
I cannot split up.
No.
We cannot split up. Now we are running it together.
Mm-hmm.
He got more involved with the second album, like a full-time member, and we're running it together. And we're planning on keeping it like that. Yeah.
If you behave well.
Massive eye rolling.
It's okay, yeah. We're not planning on doing anything.
Nah, we're not planning on splitting
I already
up.
started, writing a few songs for the next album. But I am not, if it makes sense, I'm not really writing it, because as soon as you compose an album, you end up doing almost the same things, So I just take bits and pieces and I keep them for the next album, and then when I have a fresh brain,
Notes.
and like okay, now I'm ready to express my new experiences, my new life, and put up with the chords I have. So that's how. But that's it.
And you also have your own band project. But as far as I know, you didn't release an album for a very long
Anything anymore.
period.
Yeah.
Are there plans for another album?
Actually, it's unfortunate what happened. Musicians are.
She wants all the blood and guts.
When you're looking for musicians, professional musicians, you never know who you're gonna meet. You never know who you're gonna speak. And when the project is yours, and you put it on the table, and it's like this is personal, right? So it's like these are my feelings. Some people are not gonna get it the way you get it, and they are gonna put all their attention like you do. So it's like okay, for me it's a square. For you, in that square might be a soul. So some people might hurt you. So I ended up working with this brilliant singer that kept me for waiting for 3 years to make. I wrote. It's not because it's my music. I believe I wrote the best music for myself because I write music for myself. So then he kept me waiting and waiting and waiting. So we also had connection with labs in America and things were moving. So at the end I said, I need to let you go. And my plans are I have an amazing album there with amazing vocal lines written. But I prioritize SOG because I know I can express myself, and it's not I'm offended, I'm a bit hurt, and it doesn't feel right now pushing my career as Zombie Sam and my second album. So I will wait until the right person comes through, and then I will do something. It's like we said, I know how to release music alone, my own, and I know how to do marketing. So there's no pressure about that.
Okay. But there's something we can be waiting for.
Absolutely, there is an album. I have plenty of beautiful songs, so I'm very happy with what I wrote. So
Great.
wait for it.
You have a big connection to Japan. How do you keep up with people there and also with the language?
How do I keep up with the language?
How do you train your Japanese?
I'm watching Japanese series. I speak with my friends on the phone. And I go there, like I visit, for holidays and all that, or when I have work to do. So I'm keeping in contact because sometimes I write on my social media like in 2 languages, and I also try to make some extra content for the Japanese people. Like for example, if you go to my website, there is a page dedicated just to the Japanese people with all the information in Japanese. And also we made one of the songs of the new album is A Place to Call Home, and we made a Japanese version that has a chorus in Japanese entirely. And there is also a video for it, so people like this kind of stuff. And actually the album is doing very well in Japan.
Are there any plans for a Japanese tour?
Yeah, absolutely. As long as we manage to take some time off our real life jobs, we will go to Japan perhaps this year or the start of the next. Yeah,
That's the plan.
yeah, that's the plan actually.
When you left Bloodstained Child, it was not in a really happy way.
Nah.
When I was in Tokyo past year, I met Inga from the Number Zero, and she had kind of the same situation with her band Salty Dog. And she told me that they didn't treat her very well. My thoughts on that are, or we also talked about women's rights or how women are seen in Japan. What made me think that you, with your personality, with your intelligence, being a woman, being a foreigner, it must have been difficult for you. So how did you manage?
Basically, having a brain and speaking, expressing your opinion, that's the big problem, I believe.
Yeah, basically you have to water down who you are, and you have to play dumb and to play stupid in order to, coexist with people and not send them to the hospital. Because I could easily send them all to the hospital because they were like, la 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 la. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, whoa, you're talking to me like that? You shove me, like you push me around, like how do you dare? But I didn't do any of that, and I tried to keep the balance. First of all, for me, but most of all for the fans, because back then we were playing the most important tour after Epsilon was released, and it was a tour that everybody had been waiting for, like 24 dates. So we played everywhere. So I couldn't let my fans down, and I believe that was a good choice. So honestly, I just understood that these people, not just them, but in general, people do not change. So when people do not change, you either change the way you think about it, or you remove yourself from the situation, which is exactly what I did. I just said, okay, this has been a very, very, I don't know, fruitful investment, but I cannot continue that anymore. I have to prioritize myself, and I cannot allow you to beat me up anymore. So long, bitches. So that's it. That's a short version.
Okay, thank you for that. I also talked with Inga about women's rights in Japan, and she said that Japan is a little bit behind.
What's that?
What's your opinion on that?
Well, okay, that was the adventurous part. They are just a bit better than the
You want to
middle.
repeat the question because
No, it's fine.
okay.
That's the rock and roll of.
That's the spice
this-
of our
That's the
magazine.
spice, yeah. This impromptu thing falling. Basically, I believe that they are just a few notches better than the Middle East and countries like that. They are just high tech, but they are on the same level as far as women's rights are concerned. They might be very polite or very, I don't know, smiling and stuff like that, but deep down, like at the end of the day, I don't believe that women are worth as much as men in Japan. I believe that they view women as more like weak creatures with a bit of more contempt. That's also true for the entire world. However, in Japan you can see just a bit more, because this modern feminist movements and all that. I'm not saying that I support any of that, because some people are really overdoing it, and I'm getting, it's like, whatever, you're giving us a bad name. But they do not really have that in Japan, so they're going really wild on shaming women, talking shit and doing shit to them and all that. That's really bad. But in general, I still love the country. Yeah, but every country comes with its plus and minus. So you just need to choose and to make peace with what kind of stuff you're gonna have to tolerate, which country stuff you're gonna have to tolerate. That's all. Yeah.
Speaking about countries, when we had our podcast, you said that you don't agree with Greece and Greece does not agree with you. Now you moved to Britain, and does Britain agree with you?
Yes, indeed.
That's all yours.
Yeah, it's a different place. It's a different way. It's a place where you can express yourself, I believe. Plus, on a personal level, I grew up in the north of Italy and then a bit in Vienna, so I was used to. The north of Italy is, very German. It has a style like north of Europe. Everything is working perfectly, and things are in the streets. Your environment is set up in a certain way. England is kind of the same way, and it's if you want to do things, you can do them.
Yeah, that's the point. Like, if you really want to do things, there is no way that it's gonna go to waste. You want to have a job, you're gonna have a job.
If you want to have the beautiful job, you will. You want to make music, you will do music. As long as you go out of your comfort zone. Otherwise, stay where you are. And this is everywhere in the world.
It's everywhere, yeah.
It's not that a country with opportunities. They just fall from the sky. You need to create it for yourself. It's like I say, or you say, you need to create your own luck.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I still love my country, I still love Greece, but it's like at this point of my life, like in the creative point in my life, I would like to be somewhere else that it gives me the resources to, to go up and to thrive.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
A more happy topic. You watched the series Gotham lately?
Yes. That was the last thing we watched
Before getting
before getting on tour. We
Yeah,
watched the last
brilliant.
episode of the last series. Amazing. Amazing. I have nothing to. I just. Oh my God. I got tingles down my spine. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Are there any other series that you can recommend?
Yeah, we started watching The Walking Dead, and we are on the sixth series. It's
not bad.
but yeah,
This is something.
yeah, it was inspiring in the beginning, but then I don't know. I mean, I need to watch every series to have a complete opinion. But for now, nothing. Gotham is up there for me. I mean,
Things.
Stranger Things. Yeah.
Cannot wait for the new series.
And what about Cobra Kai?
Oh jeez, dude.
That's the best shit that's ever come to television.
I don't know if you know.
Based on Stranger Things.
Karate Kid. You know, I grew up with that movie, and they made
we
the
all
series
did.
Cobra Kai. It's
Yeah, that's too good. We saw like the first 2 episodes, and now we're going back from tour. We're gonna watch everything like binge. Oh my God!
Yeah.
See everything in one night.
Yeah.
Maybe. We also love. I also love Supernatural a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited that it got approved for a 15th season, but it's going to be the last. But I believe I believe it's healthy to do that, because if you take it too long, then it becomes like
Yeah, it was too long.
more uninspiring. But it's really funny how some characters can feel like family after some times, which means that the people there, you know, behind the series are doing a really good job. But honestly, I would pay to see another 5 series of Gotham.
Oh wow, yeah.
It's too good. I mean, the choice of actors was astounding. It's like my favorite.
Penguin is the best.
Penguin, the Riddler, and Barbara for me. Those three characters were the best. But every single character, like Alfred, for example, but everyone played amazing.
Yeah, it was
And
nice.
because recently I started studying acting, I have developed a special interest in acting, so I'm paying even closer attention, you know, zooming in on the performance, and I'm just getting impressed.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah. And you know, from Supernatural, I really love Rowena, the character Rowena.
Oh yeah.
She's an incredible actress. I mean, like this kind of
The
acting.
Scottish accent is so brilliant.
Yeah.
I keep laughing.
What other series?
I got you into Buffy.
Oh yeah, Buffy. Yeah, of course. Buffy and Smallville are some of our favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really like, you know, sci-fi kind of things.
You like sci-fi, I like more horror stuff.
Yeah, well, and horror does not include sci-fi. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, we love that.
Great, thank you. That were all of my questions. Is there anything else you want to add? Anything you want to say to your fans?
What do we want to say to our fans?
It's your moment to speak.
It's my moment. Well, of course, we are incredibly thankful that you have stayed with us.
It's
Until
beautiful
now.
seeing people. It's, you know, we have quite a following at the moment, but going, you know, interacting with them, for us it's important interacting. That's why on social media or email, whatever, we stay very close to them. So the most important thing to say is thank you for being there and sharing your experience. It's like live, you know, we share our experience and even that they share their experience. So we're very thankful that they are there.
This coming September, it's going to be like the anniversary of my 9th year in the music business, which sounds like incredibly long. And some people have been there, like honestly, from day one. And they still keep interacting, so I cannot thank them enough. It's like it's unreal. I'm unable to realize, you know, I'm just saying it to you, but it's crazy. Like people I've never met that don't owe me anything, and they just keep being there. So for me, that's a treasure, and that's why and how I pulled through all the difficulties I went through in my past and more recent past. So I was always thinking that there are some people out there who would be sorry if you stopped activities, or if you stopped existing, or if you just went silent, you know, just went off stage forever. So it's always my point of reference. So for me, my fans are my family.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for this interview. It was a
As
pleasure.
usual, it was incredible. Thank you so much for dedicating this time to write these questions. Nice questions.
Thank you.